Hi, this is Laura Simpson with Web Luminary, and I'm here with day 5 of how to create a opt-in form, otherwise known as a lead magnet, that will have your client saying, I need that. So the whole point is to get your potential clients that are clicking around and hit your website, that maybe change their mind, but think, maybe I will download something for free or watch a video for free and give them my email address. And then you can then follow up with them and do those 7 touches through emails, invite them to your Facebook group, et cetera, and then convert them into clients. So that tends to be the how things work. If after you've gone to the after meeting people or referrals, like those are great sources, but this is another source of getting clients. So I am going to show you MailerLite. So MailerLite is my favorite email tool. I just love my expression when I was frozen there. Okay, and I'm going to start from the very beginning. And I'm going to MailerLite.com, Lite. And if you already have MailChimp or Aweber, ActiveCampaign, Constant Contact, I know I'm not naming them all. There's a million of them. Email, and most of them have a well, all of them would have a form opt-in screen because these are email services. So here's a little test I did a second ago, just to kind of give my proof of concept here. So here's are the forms that I have done. And what I found is that sign up for blog posts doesn't really work. You have to give them something concrete. And I have, my last one had a 14% conversion, not bad. And I'm going to create another one. So this is a form that I'm placing on my website so that I can follow up with maybe potential clients. So the name, I have done the work for the most part from day 1 through 4. I have created a title, I picked a picture, I picked a call to action button. I have written an opt-in that is in rough draft, but I'm going to place it on here in a second video. So the first part of this video is going to be how to set this up in MailerLite. And then we're going to go on my website and I'm going to place the form on my website and I'm going to connect it to the document. And then I'll probably take it right down. But so this is what I've done in rough draft. It's pen and paper, nothing fancy. So let me go back because I think I clicked a button without even explaining what I'm doing. So again, I'm on forms and I created an embedded form. So an embedded form is something that's in your website and it will allow you to get the email addresses of people who elect to give them to you. So you can do this in a pop-up or it can be kind of part of your site. And I'm going to do it part of the site, but if you down click here, you can see create a pop-up as the option. But I'm going to create an embedded, like inside website in my form. Okay. Let me delete this again. All right, create embedded form. So I'm going to call this SEO mistakes. That's roughly what but this is just for internal use. You don't need to worry too much about the form name. And then I have to pick, now all of these groups have different email addresses in them. I have one with 2, one with 1, one with 15, and then my, I actually have another group that I imported that has 115 people. So I want to put this in my June 2020. And this is where mail likes being really slow. Okay, so this template looks kind of boring. Make sure you can see this. Actually, it's my screen that's changed. So this form default just says newsletter, sign up for my news and special offers. I don't work anymore. So go here, hit change, and make sure that you create a card that will allow you to put in a picture. So I have selected a picture, like that was day 4's work. And please know that when you do this and you change your mind on your picture, it's not that hard to go in here, change the picture, and then put it on your website with the new picture. So, and I've already brought this girl in. I found her on Adobe, which I paid for. And I used Canva, just in case you're curious, to get rid of the background because it had a pink background. So I just gave her a white background because pink is not part of my branding, and nothing drives me more crazy than a bunch of weird colors on people's websites. I like to stay within the branding. So my title, which I saved over here, these common SEO mistakes are killing your ranking. So you might say this is a bad title, but I think that if you don't know what SEO means, then you're probably not my ideal client. And because I'm not really going for people who are super duper new on doing websites, I'm looking for more experienced business owners who've maintained their own website and understand that SEO is important. So, and I'm thinking that hopefully they'll pay me to do that for them. So, but I want them to know that I have expertise in this. And that's why I'm giving away a free guide that a non-techie person can follow. And I'm adding a field name. And I'm going to put the name in front. See, I just picked that up and dragged it. Save. So if you ever get lost on what you're doing on this form, just remember you hit here, but then you really do the typing over here. So hit to the left, type on the right, and all of these colors can be changed. I like, does it not let me change colors? I suppose. I think it's waiting for me to save. There we go. So I had hit save, and I am going to change the button color. And again, I don't believe in doing a lot of craziness in terms of, and not everything has to be in color. So I like the button to be highlighted. These common SEO mistakes are killing your ranking. So my form is done. I'm asking for a name and email, and I would caution you to ask for no more than that. That's the maximum. No one likes to feel like they already feel like they're giving away their firstborn almost to give their email address. I don't feel that way because I'm always like, well, I can unsubscribe. But speaking of that, I always go to settings and put in your privacy policy. You can subscribe at any time for more details. Review our privacy policy. I have a privacy policy on my website, which means I won't sell your information. And I'm pretty happy with this. Simple. I don't want to say subscribe though, right? And I might change that to checklist. Give me my guide. I use the word guide up here. And I hit next. Because I really don't like to overthink these things. The title is the most important thing. Sorry, I shouldn't be tapping. This is slow, just so you know. Mailer Lite has got a lot of traffic. And there we go. So what I love about Mailer Lite is I can add analytics, or I think it kind of required. It just puts them in. No one's done anything with this yet. And then I can have a custom thank you page. And I can have a double opt-in, which means, and I think this is actually required in Canada, that if they subscribe to your forum, you still have to send the email saying, are you sure this is you? And do you really want to subscribe to me? And then you're allowed to email them. I'm going to change the thank you form. So it puts in their email. I like to say their name too. So $, name was the name of the field back there. The correct email address, please confirm. Confirm that this is the correct email address to receive your guide. Okay, so obviously whatever makes sense to you. Again, I'm going to change the color. Just save on the words button. Settings. Looks like there's a little line down there. All right, so that's about it. If you didn't subscribe, just delete this email or import it here. So this is the opt-in. I'm sure you've seen these before. And again, I'm sorry, this is going to be a longer video than normal. I can create a workflow. That's more complicated. Now, as you see, I'm in the forums, I'm in the one I created, if you scroll down, I can just share this URL, and this form alone would be an email address. Let's just look at it. Zoom. Okay. There you go. So this is almost like a landing page, right? It's narrow like that because that way it can work on a phone too. And I didn't mean to hit the back button, but this is where I'm going to leave you for this video. I am ready to move this into my website, and that's going to be the next video. See you for video 2.